Hi, I'm sorry to make another one of these videos, but I really need help because I've just basically been told by someone in the NHS that they've got no idea how to help it. I have this problem, and it started about 2 years ago, where parts of my skin are freezing cold, and I can ignore it in the day. I can not whinge about it. I can ignore it to people. There's worse stuff you can have than that, but I can't get to sleep with it. So I'll go to bed and I'll lie there for hours and hours and not get any sleep. And it's getting worse. It's getting to the point where I'm getting 4 hours of sleep a night, if that. And I need help because I feel like I'm going to die of exhaustion if I don't start getting more sleep. And I've bought these heat pads, and when it was just on my outer thighs, it could help the problem. You just put the heat pad on one heat pad on each side of my outer thighs. But then it spread to my shoulders. So I got 4 heat pads. But now it's spreading all over my body. Cold skin, even though inside I'm warm. And I can't now heat my body. I can't heat the skin because if I do, my body gets boiling, and then I can't sleep because I'm boiling. And the guy on the phone, the doctor on the phone, his response, I just didn't understand him. He's like, "You don't need warm skin." And I said, "Well, okay, I agree with you. Yeah, I don't need warm skin. I just need warm internal body temperature. Fine, but I can't get to sleep." And he said, "Using heat pads is going to make the problem worse." Which I find I can understand. Probably make your body even more used to having an aid. But it came on. I've never used heat pads in my whole life, and it started happening. And then I said, "Well, that's great," but I've literally tried every night for a month to go without them, and I just lie there for 3 hours. My life is slipping away. I'm 27, and this has been these problems that you can't get sleep, and I'm lying in bed for 3 hours a night, 3 hours a night, 7 times 3, 21 hours a week, just lying in bed. I want my life back. So I don't know what to do, because you could go to America and then pay thousands of pounds worth of flights, and then thousands of pounds worth of testing. I don't know if they can solve it, but he just basically said there's no way. There's no obvious thoughts he has of what could be causing this problem. And I have looked online, and I don't know where in the UK that I can go to a doctor, even if I pay, and say I've got freezing cold skin, even though my body's warm, and it's stopping me from sleeping, and not just get a response like, "Well, we don't know," or ignore it, because I have ignored it, and it just stay awake. I'm gonna die of sleep exhaustion, and I need someone to help because it's getting ridiculous. I told him about the gallbladder pain, and it's been there 3 years, and he's just said, "Well, we looked at your thyroid. We looked at inside." Did a test, looked at your stomach, and that was fine. There's nothing. So, yeah, what we can do? We can't help. So yeah, but I need to not have cold skin anymore, because it's really, I can't sleep. I am going to die. I feel terrible all the time, and I'm sick of it. I don't want to live like this anymore. It's not fair. My life is disappearing. All the opportunities I had have gone, and all the work I did as a child, waste of time. I just want to go to sleep when I get into bed, not 2 hours or 3 hours later. It's not fair. So yeah, I just want a doctor to test. I don't know. I have no idea why this is happening, but I need help. And I've got I'm not absorbing my food at all. I can't. If I tell the doctors as well that I've introduced, people will probably laugh, but I've introduced peanut butter temporarily back into my diet, and straight away my hands going really painful and I can't get to sleep because of that as well. And why is that happening? Because of sugar. And if I tell doctors that when I increase the amount of sugars in my diet, just natural sugars, they just laugh. Yeah. So and I know there's going to be people. Somebody's going to comment on this saying, "Why are you expecting people online to have answers to your questions?" Well, I'm not. But what I'm hoping is just I get to one person that has had a doctor, or you can ask, because I know I've got a lot of people that watch my videos that are, well, they earn a lot of money and they can afford good doctors in whatever the country. And my question is, if you can go to them and just tell them, you know, a guy who's got freezing cold skin, but his body's warm, he can ignore the fact that he's got freezing cold skin. He ignores it all day. But he just cannot get to sleep with it, and I want my life back, and my life has been destroyed, and I just want to at least be solved of this problem before I'm 30, so I can actually get songs out in a quick manner instead of them being taking having 2 hours a day to spend on my career, and the rest is just trying to get to sleep or measure my food and eat right and exercise so that and follow this regime so that the gallbladder pain doesn't come on. That was another point. I said that if I don't take tug tablets, bile salts, then the pain starts. If I don't eat straight away in the morning, the pain starts, and also my stomach is just full then. It just doesn't absorb anything. And he said, well, we don't know why that's happening. Don't know, that's it. Can't help you. And and also I said, if I have coconut vinegar or apple cider vinegar, that helps the pain go away. This is a well-known, hundreds of thousands of people all find that if they have apple cider vinegar, it helps a lot of the problems, and it helps before they eat. It helps a lot of problems, and it helps people with diabetes, if they have it before they eat, it helps the problems. But he's like, no, don't know how that could help. No, it's wrong. Doesn't help you. Well, then I'm just making it up. But yes, the cold problem is it has overtaken the itchiness, because I can at least manage to get the itchiness down, and if I go to sleep just as my skin's dried after I've washed my face, then I can get to sleep. But the cold stuff, it's just horrendous. And in winter, in summer, it's actually worse, because you put the heat pads on and then you start sweating inside. But yeah, and people I can't live like this anymore. So I just want to know. Also, any ideas of if anybody's ever had these cold extremities and they've managed to fix it, I would love to know what you've done. Thank you.
dog's stickling.
So well, saving myself in a freakish kind of way. I won't let see light of day, but I had no help. Last night I dreamed you chosen me in a freakish kind of way. Back in love as the day you set yourself free, but you had to go. Couldn't understand me at all. But if I never could, there's no one else that gets me like you, and there's no one else that I can talk to.
Oh my god.